The next important bit of circuitry you're going to look at is the ROM, or the read-only memory. Called that because you can't write to it, you can only read from it. And so you'll see our outputs are the bit lines up here, and the inputs are going to be the word lines down here. And so as you can see, the outputs are tied to ground, or sorry, are tied to VDD through a resistor. Um, and so what that essentially means is if there's no current going through the bit line, the bit line will stay high at VDD, and if there is current going through it, it'll be pulled down to ground. And so each of these word lines is going to be either high or low, and only one of them will be high at a time. And so that is done by utilizing a decoder. And so a decoder is going to tell you which word line you want to read. And so, for instance, when you choose the word line 0 to read, word line 0 is going to go high. And so that's going to go to 5 volts. And here, because the word line is on the input to the gate of an NMOS, it's going to create a path from bit line 0 to ground. And that's going to pull the bit line 0 down to ground. Same thing is going to happen here. And so that's going to be 0 volts, 0 volts. Same thing is going to happen here. And these are going to be at 5 volts because they're just left floating down here. But up here, it's tied to VDD. And since there's no path to ground, there's going to be no current through it. And so there's going to be no drop across the resistor. This is 0 volts, 0 volts, 5 volts, corresponding to a logical 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0, which matches the instruction up here. And so in a bigger picture of this, we have the decoder here, which is going to take in a 3-bit input, and it's going to spit out a 7-bit output with each bit either 0 or 1. And from that, we now have the chosen instruction for that particular program counter number. And this here is the program counter. So it's going to count from 0 to 7. And for instance, if the program counter is equal to 3, then we're going to have 7 lines. So 0, 1, 2, 6, 7. But the line here at 3 is going to go high because the program counter is equal to 3. And therefore, the instruction 3 is going to come out. Instruction out word line 3 is going to come out. And so in order to simulate this, you're just going to want to have the program counter count up from 0 to 7 and make sure that the instruction that comes out corresponds to the instruction you expect to come out.